Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Rob.
And this is the Screen Bucket podcast.
Hello.
I still want to say Scream Bucket.
Yes,
I feel a bit
done.
disappointed.
It's done. It's over. Let it go. Let it go. Christmas
No.
We're playing that at Christmas. I'm sorry.
Stop
Can't hold me back.
We'll play Frozen alongside the soundtrack to...
Christmas.
No. Gremlins. Anyway. That's for a later date. This is the November podcast.
Yes.
Where we are very obviously in a Halloween slump. Mm-hmm. As you will tell when you hear the full show.
It's not very conventional.
We go off on a few tangents, but the main thing we discuss... What do we discuss?
We discussed Bryan Singer's musical film Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yes. We discuss Nightcrawler, Mr. Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
The man from the film with the bunny rabbit.
Yes.
We talk about God knows.
And we fill some time with a game called
Heads Up.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just go straight into it, shall we?
Yeah, go into it. Just get it done. Just get it done.
And we'll see you shortly.
It started. Ladies and gentlemen, Screen Bucket proudly presents Adam and Rob.
It's over, man.
Yeah, no more Halloween.
For another year.
No.
The cobwebs are coming down. The pumpkins are being thrown in the bin.
Yeah. How was your pumpkin disposal?
Yeah, it got mouldy. We left it in the house a couple of days after it got mouldy. And then finally yesterday I looked inside it and thought, enough is enough. Be gone with you, foul pumpkin.
Unusually mouldy. I don't know what you did to it.
Oh, I don't know why it happens. It should have been purged with alcohol.
You would think after Josh
drank from the mouth of the pumpkin our lovely vodka cocktail.
In a tribal moment of pure sinister intent.
It was a satanic moment.
It was a good Halloween. We got a bit messy on one night. We celebrated over a week, and the second night was much more civilised.
Yes, did we watch again?
We watched
Demonic Toys.
Yep. Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat, which is instantly probably my favourite Halloween, specifically Halloween film.
Oh, that was great. I don't know how I haven't watched it already.
I found it by accident a couple of years ago. I think I only found it because I found out the director moved on to Krampus, which is my favourite Christmas film, possibly.
And then we fell asleep snuggling watching Bride of Chucky.
We did.
Seed of Chucky.
Seed of Chucky. And we also watched a special premiere of our very own
Cirque du Sacrifice.
That's the one. We have publicised on Twitter, so if you haven't seen it already, then you're no fans of ours. But do check out Cirque du Sacrifice on YouTube.
It is brilliant.
It's something we knocked out in 24 hours, spread over.
Yeah, and I'm
2 weeks.
Genuinely chuffed with ourselves for having achieved it.
Yay!
If you like little clown dolls killing people, be warned there's a lot of swearing and some gore, but all in all, a fun frolic of Halloween nastiness.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Bit silly, bit stupid, all fun.
All fun and games.
That's our logo, our tagline. Now the only thing to do with Halloween is eat all these lovely sweets.
Yes.
There's a pot in front of me. Nom, 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 nom.
Too many sweets, man. Too many sweets.
What did you say to me earlier?
This is, in the last week, I've eaten more sweets than I've eaten in the last 10 years. No exaggeration.
I think that's fair. I think that's Halloween season summed up, isn't it?
Indeed.
It's like eating cheese at Christmas.
There are certain creeping pains happening inside my teeth, which...
Yeah. Actually, I've had the same thing.
Yeah, so the dentist looms. Awful.
But Malwam's so tasty.
Oh, I go mad for Malwam.
Moaom. Pikachu and take a bite. Yeah, that's stuck in my head.
Never seen it.
Do you remember the skateboard guy? He was flipping up.
No.
Oh, all right, just me then. So what have we got lined up for us today?
So we're going to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
Bryan Singer's new historical rock flick. We're going to discuss Nightcrawler.
Ooh.
Starring
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that hunk, although he's not so much of a hunk in this one. What else? We're going to do some improv of sorts.
Yeah, we haven't worked that out yet.
Yeah.
But, that's fine.
And we're going to play Heads Up.
We are going to play Heads Up.
Yeah. To those of you who don't know, Heads Up is an app in which you place your phone on your forehead and the person in front of you has to give you hints about what comes up on the phone.
Yeah, it's the modern app version of the Post-it note scene in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, yes. Yes, quite.
Yeah, cool. We totally had loads of ideas. That's why we're not filling it all with junk.
Yes.
We're in the Halloween slump, I'm afraid.
This is prime radio.
Yeah, I guess.
Prime crap.
Prime ribs. So, Bohemian Rhapsody then, I haven't seen it yet.
It was great. It was great. I think it was better than the critics are giving it credit for, because when I came out of the cinema afterwards, I was surrounded by dozens of people saying how spectacular it was.
Right, okay. That's interesting, yeah.
That said, in my opinion, they opted...
So before you say that, what's the film? What is the...
Okay. So it's 1970.
Okay.
There is a band called, I believe, Smile.
Right.
And they're playing a gig, and the bassist drops out, and the singer, I believe, and the band are looking gloomy in their van, thinking, what are we going to do now? Is that it? Is that the end of the road? And then one Freddie, I can't remember his actual real name.
Kruger.
Freddie Krueger walks past. He says, "Go to sleep." Freddie walks past, and they say to him, what do you want, Big Tooth? And then he says, he doesn't say, he just sings. He gives him an example of how well he can sing.
Okay.
So all of a sudden he's on board. And then it's kind of Queen's rise to stardom. It shows their first gig with Freddie attached. It starts with Freddie changing the lyrics, and the rest of the band, Brian May and Roger Taylor, they're thinking, what is this guy doing? And he's prancing around. He's yanked the microphone out of the stand. He's being all flamboyant.
Okay.
And the crowd start to love it.
Yeah.
And their eyebrows start to raise. I think, who have we got here? We've got this absolutely ridiculous character who's now fronting our band. And from then on, it's sort of them touring, and they sell their van and a load of money they've saved up to throw an album together.
Okay.
The album is eventually found by someone by EMI, and then from there they get an American tour, they make it to stardom, and following some huge success, including like the recording of Bohemian Rhapsody and how it was received, then it sort of starts to go downhill. Freddie becomes sort of attached to this sort of darker world in which he's going to clubs and exploring his sexuality, and they start to lose him a bit. They think, he's coming in drunk and high quite a lot. But then, the rumours of this concert, this certain Live Aid concert comes along, and then from that step forward, it's kind of progressing towards that.
Okay.
My criticism comes from the fact that there's a lot of poetic license in it.
Yeah.
They changed a lot of facts, and I think and they swapped a load of events around, such as Freddie's AIDS diagnosis, when that took place and its effect. They sort of said that them being at Live Aid was the reason that it was actually a success, when there was a lot of money raised up beforehand.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of poetic license. And in fact, at the start, the way that Freddie met them, that didn't happen either. I think Freddie was actually Brian May's flatmate at the time. So there's there's a lot of poetic license in there. And I think with a band like Queen, with a story like Freddie Mercury's, surely you can tell the truth and still make a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's the trouble with biopic stuff, and actually documentaries in a way as well. They do still have to fit the formula for an audience to know what's going on.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it works. And what they didn't do as well is they didn't go into the debauchery, they didn't go into the hedonism. There was a couple of little montagey scenes of Freddie going into different gay clubs and sort of gloomy music playing and such, so heavily hinting that this is him going off the rails a bit.
Yeah.
I can understand why they didn't do it, because Queen is a national treasure. Freddie Mercury is a national treasure, greatest rock star of all time in my opinion.
Yeah.
So obviously they wouldn't want to taint his name. Furthermore, Queen, I think they said, Brian May said himself, is that they didn't want to sort of taint that, which I understand. But
yeah, I mean, that's the trouble with such an iconic band and a film about them where families are going to want to go. older generation's going to want to go, and the international American market, who are notoriously closed-minded about such things, even today.
True.
I mean, that's where business is going to take from story,
Yeah,
I guess,
definitely.
which is a shame.
I think they should have found an in-between. I think maybe bump it up to a 15. Maybe show a bit more. You don't have to make it an 18 or an R-rated. You don't have to show in great X-rated detail what you got up to.
Yeah.
But maybe a bit more partying would be better. But having said that, I think there are 2 scenes in the film where I had genuine goosebumps, and I was looking around the cinema and people were bobbing their heads.
Oh,
and it was
great.
Honestly one of those rare cinematic experiences when you're adrenaline fueled, like yes, which is very rare, which most great films don't achieve. It's sort of
it's definitely a hallmark of success when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of the first Godzilla film was quite boring, but then there's a bit where he breathes a laser breath for the first time, and for that one moment, you're like, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
There are these certain films which don't quite hit the mark, but yet they have these moments of absolute perfection.
I had a moment in You Were Never Really There. You Were Never Really Here?
Right.
When I was looking around like, what is this film?
Really?
This is so good. And this guy, like 6 aisles in front of me, who was on a date, looked back and was doing the same thing, and we met eyes and went, what is this film? It was amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
We were like,
when a film,
we nodded at each other.
when it gives you an outer body experience of, oh my god,
Yeah, is this really? Am I watching this?
yeah. So that is what I would definitely say about Queen, is there are moments of just pure, like, you just can't take your eyes off the screen.
Cool.
Could have been better, but could have been much worse. And
Well,
I would definitely recommend it to everyone, and judging by the reaction, it's a very enjoyable film.
Yeah, I will see it. I think I'll see it on the strength of the music.
Yeah.
My appreciation of the music more than so
Yeah.
the film.
Oh, well, that's it. That is half the film. Also, you have to say that Rami Malek, brilliant. I don't know the name of the actor, but the dude who plays Brian May is Brian May. If you look at pictures of Brian May,
Yeah,
and then look at him, it's like, oh my god.
sort of like a poodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Cool. So, what's going to be our first song then?
It's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think so.
Yes.
So we'll be bobbing our heads onto these. Hopefully, if you're in a car.
Oh,
You'll
that
be
reminds
too.
me. I have to say, Mike Myers is in it. This is what I was talking about, actually. He is a amalgamation of the criticism that Bohemian Rhapsody got. He didn't exist in real life,
Okay.
but basically at the time, loads of people were saying, "Don't make Bohemian Rhapsody a single. It's rubbish." And this particular guy didn't exist, but he was like a sort of coming together of all of this criticism.
Okay. Yeah.
And Mike Myers plays him,
Yeah.
and he says something along the lines of, "Do you think people will be bobbing their heads in a car to this in 20 years' time?" And they were!
Let's check it out. Enjoy. Oh, mademoiselle, would you like to have a film discussion? Oh, yes, monsieur. I would love to have an in-depth film discussion with you, like I do on Screen Bucket. Written and directed by Dan Gilroy, Nightcrawler is a 2014 thriller
Yeah?
film starring Jake Gyllenhaal as Lou Bloom, a petty thief out of luck and desperate for work in LA.
And he stumbles across it in the most unlikely of ways
Yes.
during an accident.
He drives past an accident on the road and notices, along with the police turning up to save the day, a pair of camera crewmen, videographers called stringers, who basically chase ambulances and sirens in order to get video footage of nasty things and sell to the news.
Oof, that's not very nice, is it?
No, it's not. But in some places that makes money, I guess.
You got to do what you got to do.
You have indeed. And Lou is quick to realise this. So after asking some questions of the guys on the scene, goes and pawns a bike.
That he steals off of the beach.
Yeah, steals a Venice beach, goes in, buys himself a camera and a police scanner, and sets out to try and make some money as a freelance video journalist.
Just as a quick one, did you notice that the guy in the pawn shop was the horrible head of, what is it, from Preacher?
The All Father. Yes,
Yes.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah. He's obviously just British fat man who lives in LA.
Yeah, it's flung in there.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. Absolutely adore this film. Have done for years, and no, it's one that people still haven't seen.
No,
it feels like.
No, I just watched it the other day.
Yeah,
but I didn't know, because the way it had been described to me, especially regarding Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Lou, was I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know, it was so he's the protagonist, but he's not.
Well, he's definitely opens as the protagonist. He's definitely the main character we've seen go through an arc, but it's a self-destructive arc, shall we say?
But he never really self-destructs.
No,
it's a success story.
Well, this is it. Nightcrawler is about essentially a sociopath. Lou Bloom is manipulative, fairly evil. During the filming, Jake Gyllenhaal based himself on a coyote, which you can see. He's got gaunt eyes and just stares at people.
So much so they're almost going to name the film that.
Yeah, as we just read, yeah. It's a rags to riches story of a complete madman.
Yeah,
it's almost like a parody of the American Dream. Is how I saw it.
It's difficult to take in that sense, especially because as it goes on, obviously he discovers that not only can he follow these scenes, but if he gets there in time, he can edit them.
Yes,
and
that's very quickly he does that. He doesn't start off as a noble video journalist. He enters this world by manipulating the environment.
It's a bit which actually really got under my skin, was when he arrives at one accident and there's a guy lying dead in the road. So he grabs him by the legs.
Oh yes.
Pulls him away from the van, jumps into the bushes so he can get a better shot.
Yeah.
And it's all framed, and he's doing it purely to get the best.
Oh yeah.
Frame it all in. And that was the first moment in the film where I went, oh god, I don't like this guy at all.
Right. Yeah, So this guy, he basically overnight goes from scrap metal thief stealing fences and manhole covers for like 50p a pound to overnight success as a video journalist who sets out to take over the world, really.
So he quickly states his goals to the TV director lady, and he says...
Nina,
yes. He says that he wants to be president of his own company. He wants to be introduced to everyone in the network.
Yes. Yeah, so he starts out by getting himself a video camera, getting himself a police scanner, but then he gets himself a little buddy.
Oh, yes.
He sets himself up. What's really interesting about this film is Jake Gyllenhaal's performance goes up and down. He has different roles in this film. Lou changes as depending on who he's talking to. So he's it feels quite natural and a bit shy and ambitious when he's talking to people like Nina. He goes to a diner to meet someone who I presume he got off the internet somewhere. Craigslist is what's in my head. To get this new employee to work with him. It's Rick, played by Riz Ahmed.
4 Lions fame.
Yes. Who you would not know. If you didn't know who he was, you would not know English.
No, not at all.
He's absolutely nails this sort of Californian waster sort of role. But when he's talking to him, he's very professional.
It's professional to the point of like authoritarian professional.
Yeah,
like
tyranny.
I have this opportunity for you.
Yeah.
You're going to work for me for $30 a night, and it's a great opportunity. You know it's a great opportunity. This is fact.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not up for negotiation.
And it's not even what he's saying. His whole demeanour changes. He scrapes his hair back. He puts it in a ponytail. He wears glasses.
That's true as well. His appearance changes, doesn't it?
He's like a shapeshifter. Maybe he's less like a coyote, more like a werewolf. He's sort of like, he changes depending on who he's talking to. And through that, he manipulates everyone around him. And it's quite uncomfortable, actually, when you think about it.
It is. It becomes uncomfortable at the point when you realise he's doing it. Because at the start of the film, when he's selling the scrap metal and stuff, and he's speaking to the man who's telling him to go and do one, he comes across as very ambitious and as someone you want to succeed.
Yeah.
Think,
he says, doesn't he, hire me, I want a job.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I'm not hiring a thief,
And he keeps going, what about an internship? What about anything? And
yeah.
you're rooting for him at that moment. But when you realise what he's up to, And you realise it's all a game to him, that he's just changing and changing and changing.
Does he know what he's up to?
That's true.
He sort of falls into these positions where he just ends up in a situation where it's almost like he's playing the part of someone else. Oh, this guy in this situation would do this, so I'm going to do that.
It's that, and it's instinct.
Yeah.
It's just pure instinct every situation.
He's definitely a predator. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what? I really love the scene where him and Rick are bartering for what Rick's new salary is. And then Rick says, $75 a night. Yes. I could have asked for more, couldn't I? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He says it with happiness and just pure, like, matter of fact.
He makes the point of that earlier on as well. He says that when he talks to Nina, or he sees Nina talking to Frank, one of the other guys in the news station, and he goes, "I like how you just say what you mean. You're objective," and so he absorbs that into his new role as this TV guy.
And then there's the sort of demands he makes to Nina. It's quite perverse as well in a way. Like,
well, I'd say the first half are fairly, although the character's interesting, the first half is probably quite standard. It's quite formulaic. It sort of follows that template of the rags to riches, but with this horrible character. After that point, things go really dark. They follow a much more sinister path. And by the end, you don't even know what's happening. Like, it's really, even though I've seen it before, watching it again for this chat, it was very edge of the seat stuff, because you don't know what's going to happen next.
No, not at all. There's a moment when
things shift and he has to make a decision.
Yeah, there's a moment where a crash happens, and chance would have it as he has an interaction with someone in which he could be respectful or he could take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And of course he takes advantage of it with complete and utter lack of emotion.
This is the thing. This is why I think it's a parody almost of the American dream, because to get successful, famously, to be successful, you have to be, at least in a way, psychopathic. You have to have that lack of empathy to tread on others to get up. And that's what's embodied in it. Even though it's a very small film in its way, it's LA after dark. It's on these roads, these side roads that you'd never normally see in an LA-based film. It sort of reminds me of it's not quite the same, but like Taxi Driver.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Or Repo Man.
It's the seedy otherworld.
It's the other world. It's the dark side of LA.
It's the bits of LA you go into if you get lost.
Yeah, and you find all these characters. It would have been nice if things were, I don't know, it's quite small in scope. It's got an indie film vibe about it, even though it's not. It's got an indie where it's like, it's just filmed where it is. It could have gone in a direction where it pushed the CD aside a little bit more, I think. It could have gone into the red light district and followed hookers, and it could have entered the Taxi Driver world, but it didn't. It stayed very much on its own, which is admirable, but that could have been a direction, I think. Also, there's a lot of connections with Drive.
Yeah, I see that.
In that it's the soulless wanderer at night, isn't it, driving around?
And that's much the same. That's the other part, isn't it? The Drive is the forgotten streets.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. That's the only thing. Nightcrawler's soundtrack's not particularly memorable.
No.
It could, I think if it came out now, it would have more of a drive.
Do you know, the soundtrack is great though, because there are certain scenes where you would expect for the director to put in like a sinister sort of backing track, especially when he's doing things like dragging bodies across the set of scene. Yeah. But instead there's this kind of slightly floaty, inspirational, positive music in the background to him doing it. It's quite...
Yeah, it's quite detached.
Yeah.
I suppose. Well, I'm sure I read somewhere that the music cues used in it were supposed to be in Lou's head.
Really?
It's him in his own film.
That makes a lot of sense.
So you saying that, actually, that does... Yeah, it has that flow.
He's like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this, and this will get me the shot I want. This is nice.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not look what this weird creep is doing with that corpse to get money.
I guess. Yeah, No, yeah, I agree. I just kind of want to hear more synth.
Of course you do. You can't be synth on everything.
Anyway, yeah, it's a great film, and it's on Netflix, so I think everyone should watch it.
There's a lot that we can't talk about, which
we don't want to give it away because it's really is just watching a man spiral into insanity in a positive way.
Spiraling up,
yeah. And doesn't really care about the people on the way up. Yes, it's definitely one of the better films out there, I think. I would put it on one of my top lists, I think.
Yeah. And definitely an easy choice on Netflix if you haven't seen it already.
Yes, absolutely.
Should we play a song?
Yeah, let's play a song.
You have one message. Message 1.
I'm sorry I got my jacket stuck in the door. It's Jake Gyllenhaal here. Hello, Screen Bucket. I know you talked about Nightcrawler today, but I was just wondering if you liked any of my other films. I don't know if you've seen Everest. That's pretty good. I climb up a mountain in that one. I don't know if you've seen The Day After Tomorrow either. It's when New York gets really cold, and then it's quiet as my daddy. I don't know if you've seen Prince of Persia either. That's not very good. I don't want you to see that movie. It wasn't my best work. I don't know if you've seen Enemy. It's pretty good. I don't know if you've seen Love and Other Drugs. It's kind of a romantic comedy. That's pretty good.
Jake, what are you doing?
I'm just speaking to Adam and Rob on the phone.
Come on, Jake. We need to go out for a walk.
Okay. I'll see you later anyway. I'm gonna go and act in another film. I love you guys.
Come on, Jake.
Bye.
Adam's Film Reviews. Slaughterhouse Rulez, 2018.
Did you get my note about the no-go areas?
I cannot have pupils wandering about in the middle of the night.
These things always end up in a bloody mess.
There's something in the woods.
What the devil?
That hole is a gateway, and it leads straight down to hell.
Now, who wants to buy some drugs?
They just ate half the upper sink.
Children, save yourselves! To the schooner!
Hooray! All right, I'm going as fast as I can. You're making me nervous!
Directed by Crispian Mills, Slaughterhouse Rulez introduces us to Don Wallace, played by Finn Cole, a new student at the legendarily tough boarding school, Slaughterhouse. The school is rich with history and lore, and even richer with bullies and toadies, the likes of which would have made even Tom Brown blush. While in his first week, Don falls for a girl in the upper sixth called Clemsy Lawrence, played by Hermione Caulfield. In his attempts to impress her, Don routinely falls foul of house god and sadist Clegg, played by the frightening Tom Rhys-Harries, and during one of his punishments, Don stumbles onto a restricted area of the grounds with his roommate Willoughby, played by Asa Butterfield. The area is restricted because the land has been sold to a fracking company, who are hard at work pumping shale gas out of the cave system beneath Slaughterhouse. Despite the local protesters, the fracking on the site causes large sinkholes that open up on the grounds, tearing open the ground and allowing the secrets that were long since buried beneath the school to rise up once more. Slaughterhouse Rulez might just be the most fun I've had in the cinema in months. Funny, sharp, ramped with splatstick and refreshingly silly, Slaughterhouse Rulez is, for me, a return to form for Simon Pegg and a welcome return to Nick Frost, who both star on opposite sides of the conflict, and a promising start to Stolen Picture, Pegg and Frost's own production company. Oh, and incidentally, there are some negative reviews out there for this film, and as far as I can tell, it's because they are expecting Shaun of the Dead. This isn't Shaun of the Dead. Don't go in expecting it, and sit back and enjoy the fun. It's totally worth it.
Stop worrying. What they're gonna do? Eat you alive.
Delicious.
And the news at when, now.
This is the news. Writers behind the Blair Witch satirical horror movie. Yeah, Blair Witch co-writer team up to bring us the unearthed. Details are slim, but it may look like we have some competition. In fact, two horror geniuses teaming up to make a party together. That's what it's like to lawyer up. Have we been hacked? Ridley Scott is developing Gladiator 2.
Really?
Yes. The
Hang on, stop. Give me a quick.
Is that an Avatar reference?
Prometheus.
Oh. Of course. That would be good. Sadly not. The legendary director is somehow piecing together a sequel to the 2000 action drama with Top Gun 2 writer Peter Gray. Heard it here second, folks. So, Scott has been thinking about a sequel for years, having previously asked Nick Cave to put together a script that literally involved hero Maximus coming back from the dead to wage a war against Christianity. What a film that would have been. According to Deadline, Scott and Craig are working on the script for Paramount, where somehow I'm alive again! Blimey!
It sounds awful.
I know, right?
You would have found out that.
He didn't do what he wants. He's rich.
He needs to stop. The only grandpa.
Spooky Netflix hit, Haunting of Hill House. They continue on with the duology series with creator Mike Flanagan. Flanagan told the Wrap that if they did this, definitely wouldn't be their story was told. But an anthology series could happen. If some people start to worry about shows like Stranger Things becoming a bit too samey, this could be a right move. It's fresh new stories. I didn't want to stoop to this level of journalism, but you know what happened essentially before the show? If it bleeds, it leads. So here we go, quoting Alec Baldwin in charge of assault after punching a man over a car parking space. The actor was arrested in New York after punching a 49-year-old man in the face. The man sustained an injury to his jaw during the scuffle. Adam, could you beat Alec Baldwin in the fight?
It's a fake one.
He's got that mad one. Get away from me, Norman! Anyway, a sequel to The Meg is in development. I couldn't be bothered to research that any further.
I bet it's gonna have shark in it.
Yeah, I reckon it will have two.
Two?
And
Oh,
it'll be cool.
breeding pair.
Yeah, Meg 2. 2 sharks. One colour. Two sharks, one boat. It's a megalodon. It's just a second. What? No, it's fine. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, Meg makes.
Britain and Asia were declared friends forever.
What? Oh, see, there you go. Alright, it's for another song.
Yeah, enough.
Stream Bucket on North Herts FM. Beep boop.
This week's show is actually a little bit longer than before. We've got an extra 10 minutes of time to be speaking to you. that's because of strange moving things around and stuff. As such, we're slightly unprepared for the extra 10 minutes of content that we need to provide. So, what have you got for us, Rob?
Well, I have a game on my phone called Heads Up.
Yay!
Yeah. So, just so the listeners know what's going on, I have this game. So I choose a subject, and we're going to keep it movie themed. So we're going to choose blockbuster movies. I will place it on my head, and then different films and stuff will come up, and Adam will have to describe it to me without giving away the name. And then if I get it right, I get a point, and we move on to the next one. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes, it's the post-it head game.
Yeah.
What are we winning for? Playing for?
That tube of refreshers.
Oh my good lord. So we're playing for a tube of Barrett refreshers.
Oh yes.
Which has already been opened on one end.
Nice. The golden chalice.
Yeah, I'll just put it up there so we can see it. Lovely.
Cool. Alright, I'll put it on my head first.
So wait, who... The person describing or the person guessing? Who's the one earning the points?
It's just person guessing.
But then I'll say, no.
But you have to do your best. You've got to be honest. It's a sport of honesty, heads up.
Okay, alright.
Don't be a cheat.
But we've got a big
Don't
prize
cheat.
here.
Well, if I think you've been cheating, then I'll throw it out the window.
Alright.
Right. You ready?
Yes. Right. So it should be team-based, really, shouldn't it?
No, well, you think should be better, shouldn't it?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's about things that breathe fire.
Rain of Fire, dragons.
And if you are making them sit and lie down and beg...
Sleeping dragon.
What are you making... If it's a dog and you're making them lie down, sit and beg, you are...
Instructing dragon.
Choo-choo!
How to Train Your Dragon.
There we go. It's the Cape Crusader made out of little blocks.
Lego Batman.
Yep. Can I do impressions of the music?
Yes.
Bo 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 bo.
What?
Bo 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 bo.
Great Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes. Car goes into a wall. It's a
accident. Crash.
Yep. David Hasselhoff running on the beach.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
No.
Baywatch.
Yeah. Time's up. That was a good one as well, the last one.
What was it?
Kindergarten Cop.
Okay, so I got...
You got 5.
That's not very good. Okay, that's you.
Well, great. No time to reflect.
Skip it. Definitely skip it. Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, where he surfs on the waves after the laser chases him.
World Is Not Enough?
No, the one after that. Madonna sings it.
Live. No.
Dead, but not dead. If you are dead, what do you do?
You're dying. Oh God.
What is it? It's not night.
Day after day. Day after day.
Skip it.
Die Another Day.
Yes. It's the Christmas film which you watch every year.
Krampus.
With your family.
Gremlins.
The man gets his wings.
Black Christmas.
What?
It's a Wonderful Life. Tarzan.
Yes. His nose grows.
Pinocchio.
Yeah. What's your favourite?
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah. No, it's a scary movie. The postman delivers. Time's up. The post.
The post. All right. Julie and Julia. What the hell is that? 5 cards.
Oh.
Tie. Well, we better do it again then.
Got to do a tiebreaker. Do you want to?
Oh look! I didn't know it videoed you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Stop it. Go away.
Alright, so we're going to do a tiebreaker.
Alright, tiebreaker.
But we're going to do... Animals Gone Wild?
What? What is that?
I don't know, let's try it. It's not really anything to do with film,
the
but...
best piece of radio ever. Alright, digs a tunnel.
Moles.
Yes. It has spines. It isn't a hedgehog.
A porcupine.
Yes. This is rubbish. Has a day to himself that Bill Murray is in.
Groundhog.
Yeah. Yeah, brought it back. Cape Crusader, but not the man.
Super. Bat.
Yes. Shut your
mouth hole.
If a mafia person was saying it.
Shut your pie hole. I don't know what they say.
Like a shellfish.
Clam.
Yes. Rango in Rango.
Chameleon.
Oh no, the other one.
Gecko.
The other one.
Monitor lizard. Komodo dragon.
Keep going. Sounds a bit like an African country.
Oh, that's no good. There's like 50 million countries in Africa.
I can't think of another one. It was iguana.
Oh.
That was silly.
That didn't work, did it? We should have done another movie one.
Still though, you got 5.
I got 6.
Yeah, but take iguana off.
Oh yeah. Alright, there you go.
Alright, last one. This is a fun game, fun visual.
Yeah, you're all enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
Pumbaa is one. Pumbaa.
What?
I am Pumbaa. Ooh. When I was a young one.
Bear.
No, what is there in Africa? Sorry. They're in Africa.
Elephant.
The little pig in Africa. With the
warthog.
Yes. I am the
octopus.
Yes.
A sea lion.
The other one.
A seal.
Yeah. It's a king of
lion.
Yeah. Patrick is one in SpongeBob.
Starfish.
Yeah. See, if you can make a movie, it works.
Yes.
Oh, I can't. Well, French eat them.
Frogs.
Nah.
Frogs' legs.
Nah.
Snails.
Yeah. The Hot. There's a film called The Hot.
Blonde.
The Hot. Nah.
Cheese.
It was Chick. The Hot Chick.
Oh dear. What? Hot Chick on Animals from World?
No, it was a chick.
Oh, see. Sorry, I wasn't 60s enough. Don't mean I won.
Yeah.
See, I don't think that's fair.
No.
Let's split the refreshers in half.
Alright. Best segment of radio we've ever done.
Follow Dell Media's Screen Bucket with Adam and Rob.
You have one message. Message 1.
Oh, hello. It's Colin Farrell here. Hello, Adam and Rob. I was just wondering, I'm going to film in Bruges 2. We're going to film it in Bruges, in Belgium. Again, we're going to go over there in about a month. And we're going to film the whole thing in 2 days. It's going to be brilliant. I've drank 5 cups of coffee. I don't really know what's going on. And we're going to get the director, I can't remember the director's name, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get Brendan Gleeson back in. We'll do like a prequel. We'll do flashbacks. We'll have Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes is a very good actor. And then afterwards, we'll go and we'll sit down. We'll have some pea soup. We'll have some pea soup in a Belgian pub. And then we'll celebrate. And then, you have to come back. And then we're going to go over to Ireland. And we're going to watch all the best musical Irish people ever. And we're going to watch Bob Geldof. We're going to watch U2. We're going to watch Bewitched. We're going to watch The Chorus. We're going to watch them all. We're going to watch Ash. And then we're going to drink a lot of Guinness. And we're going to get drunk and we're going to have a good time. And it's going to be brilliant. And I love you very much. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Because I'm very silly. I need to write this film. I need to have him, which I haven't slept for 25 days now. And I know that I can make a really good film if I go over to Belgium and do it with you. I really trust you. I love you both, Adam and Rob. Take it easy. Have a good one. Good day. Bye.
And that was Paper Planes by MIA, followed by Whitest Boy on the Beach by Fat White Family from the Trainspotting 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, and I think I just wanted to play that song, but I think the MIA one is from Pineapple Express trailer.
Okay.
So it's in.
It's also in Mongrels, BBC puppet comedy.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best things ever.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. Now, we got a question for you, Rob.
Oh, yes.
So, in my head, autumn is horror because of October. December is my rebellion to Christmas films. Summer for me, post-apocalyptic, cowboy films, westerns. What on earth is November? What is a November film to you?
A November film to me is Blade Runner.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm thinking rainy sort of...
Cold, rainy coats, big coats.
Yep. Harry Potter,
Yeah?
This is the time of year where me and Fern start making our way from Philosopher's Stone all the way up to Deathly Hallows Part 2. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Right. It's a funny one, though, isn't it? Because it's... you nailed it with Blade Runner, actually. It's
not Harry Potter.
No.
Well, continue.
Blade Runner, because...
Muggle.
Yes. What of it? Blade Runner, though, it has that... lets you feel cozy without it necessarily being a horror film.
It's an ambient film, and it's one which you could watch easily every year without getting bored of it.
Oh, and I do, in fact.
Yeah.
And Alien and Blade Runner, 2 films I watch every year.
It's about the ambience, it's about the environment, it's about settling into that duvet.
So would you extend that to the sequel?
Yeah.
2049.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's
as good as the original.
And there's snow in it, isn't there? So is that... It kind of fits in with the cold... Now, did you ever watch Mute?
No.
On Netflix. Mute is a very Blade Runner-y film, which I think absolutely would work as a November
film. Was it the one about the mute bartender?
Yes.
Right.
It's Blade Runner meets Drive.
Cool.
I'd say, maybe. It's a funny one. It's by Duncan Jones, who is one of my favourite film directors at the moment. Ever since his film Moon, which you haven't seen.
No, and we're going to cross that bridge in an episode very soon.
Absolutely. It's Moon is probably one of my favourite films ever made. I don't know, I can't really reveal too much about that, but it's a story of sort of loneliness and wanting to go home, which bleeds into the winter season with Christmas coming up especially. Yeah. Any other types of film that you would think is...
I can talk about TV series for definite.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah.
On the top of everything for autumnal watching. You've got this... the light just turned on its own.
Sorry, that was really distracting. The light just turned itself on.
Okay.
We went from a cosy, curtain-closed room to a strange... sinister orange.
It's worth watching. It's worth mentioning that our compadre Josh performed a summoning on Halloween weekend.
Did he?
Did he do it in this room? We did. He used a witch's curse to summon something.
God.
So it's probably in here now.
Hooray!
Yeah, Twin Peaks. So you've got this autumnal town, and a murder happens.
That's very true.
Very grey, loomy town full of trees.
The light just got brighter.
Yeah. It's all the way on.
Okay.
Does it like Twin Peaks or does it not like Twin Peaks? Is it the ghost of Laura Palmer?
Fire walk with me.
I love you.
They live in the electronics.
Oh, yeah.
This is completely unscripted, unplanned instantly. That's really disturbing.
Right, so yeah. Cooper, Agent Dale Cooper.
Yes.
Rolls into town. He's investigating the murder of Laura Palmer.
Yep.
There's a lot of very weird townsfolk. A lady who speaks to her log.
Yep. I love it.
You know, there's a lake, there's a factory, it's all very...
You would say that's a better November film than October series, rather.
Yeah, I would.
You're right. It has that autumnal. In my head, it's always
because it's not pure spooky. Because it's got the soap opera element as well. It's kind of.
I'd say the film's probably October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just. I mean, I watched it for the first time. I think 2014, 4 years ago, and
that soon, that recently.
Yeah. And the first episode, I didn't know what to make of it. And I think I almost said to Fern, I can't be bothered to watch this. 2 episodes later, we need to stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning until we physically can't keep our eyes open anymore because it's so damn good. It's like unrivaled, I think. Nothing has come that's been better than Twin Peaks in terms of what it does.
The only comparable thing I can think of is X-Files.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's its own beast. That's more of an anthology, not a long... Because Twin Peaks was a parody of soap operas. So it has that long-form storytelling thing about it.
And you've got the cross-dressing David Duchovny.
Yes.
Links into X-Files.
They weren't supposed to be the same character, were they?
No, they should have been. That would be great if that was just a phase before he started looking into aliens.
Yeah, I love it. I'm really desperate to start watching it from the beginning.
Me and Fern have like the extended DVD edition if you need to borrow it.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's a must. Yeah. I wonder if it's on Amazon Prime. It was a while ago. Have
you seen the second series?
The new?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
The third series, sorry. So famously, David Lynch became very frustrated and upset with the fact that the big men in charge were telling them less Lynch, more soap.
Yeah. Well, that you can sort of see,
especially in the end of the second series.
Yeah, there's a point when the mystery's all kind of wrapped up, and then everyone sort of hangs around a bit, and it's like,
they've thrown someone else to focus on another antagonist.
Yeah, and you can tell that that's because the studio said, "Can you round this up, please?"
It's such a shame. It's like, I mean, it happens all the time. Most notably, people fiddling with something that shouldn't have been fiddled with is The Hobbit. I mean,
that's just
something that should have been a one-movie masterpiece is turned into 3 films of made-up nonsense. But similarly with Twin Peaks, they've meddled with it and said, right, well, people like watching the bits where the happy music comes on and they've just had an argument and, you know.
Yeah.
God.
But the new series is
pure Lynch.
Yeah, it's the counter to that, isn't it?
It's so much like, it's very nuclear themed. There's one episode where it's just 10 minutes of a bomb going off and then different sort of dimensional things happening and like chemicals and science, but you see it.
I feel like David Lynch has always been nuclear inspired. I always said, I don't remember if we said it on here actually, I've always said that Eraserhead, the first time I watched Eraserhead, I didn't see the themes of parenthood and fear of growing up. I saw these are survivors of a nuclear war.
Yes.
Everyone's mutated.
And the third series of Twin Peaks drips with Eraserhead.
Right, okay.
And it's in such a great way. There are bits where it's slow. There are bits where it's painfully slow, but it's deliberate. And then you kind of, after a while, things last so long, but you're like, oh, what am I watching? You kind of get sucked into it.
I'm desperate. What I want to do, I really just want to start from episode 1 and work my way into the new series. Because I probably just need to buy it now. I don't know how to watch it. I'm looking forward to that.
And then you've got Bob. I need to speak about Bob. The creepy man who comes out from behind the couch and walks right up to the camera.
Yeah.
And so many people I spoke to who are older than me and watched Twin Peaks when it first came out said they were just perpetually terrified of him.
I was going to say, what Twin Peaks does, even though it's not specifically a horror, it is one of the most terrifying things that's ever been on TV. Yeah. Even just... No, I might be confusing it with the film. Even there's moments where they're just screaming into the camera.
Oh yeah,
is that the film? I can't remember.
There are bits in the TV series, especially when Laura Palmer's mother, like what she goes through, the loss of the child.
Yes,
she's got such an expressive face, these big wide eyes and this big mouth, and she more than anyone will get under your skin because she starts seeing Bob.
Yeah, that's right.
And just her reaction to that, who is this creepy man in the house?
There's some parts of Twin Peaks, maybe it's explained in the new series actually, so maybe I won't say it. But stuff like the rings, never really understood that. It was never answered.
The rings?
Is this the film?
Maybe, I haven't seen the film.
Like, there's some weird thing about protection rings and charms and things.
It might have been the film.
And it never really explained itself, but yeah, well, yeah.
I wouldn't want to criticise, even though Lynch hated it, I definitely wouldn't want to criticise the soap bits too much. They're brilliant, I thought.
Oh, they are,
and I think the third series did lack that a bit. You did want more of these silly bits where the music's all...
That's the thing with Twin Peaks. Despite all of it, do you kind of want to live there?
Oh, yeah.
I want to try that.
Damn fine cherry pie.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I want to sit in that diner.
Yeah.
All day.
Have a cup of joe and just watch all the characters.
Yeah. Out. I love that. Hitchin needs that. I've said it before. Anyway. Another show that to me feels very post-Halloween, pre-Christmas. And that's a show I spent all of yesterday binging because I found it on Amazon Prime.
What's that, Adam?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ooh.
Now, on the surface, should be October because it's vampires and demons, but again, it's that cozy under a blanket hug of just because it's not. Even though the first series is probably more horror based than any of the others, because it then gets into the characters. At this point, it's more like, this week, a demon's on the internet.
Ooh.
In fact, let me just say that. So it's all very much from the 90s. It's all vampires, and it's got a gothic quality to a lot of what goes on. But there's one episode in particular which is just so of its time that it's actually quite hard to watch. So it's... Okay. We're introduced to a group of nerds. Even the main characters are just like, what bunch of losers. And it's the sort of IT club.
Right.
And they are scanning in books in the library to put onto the internet, I guess, to archive it maybe. And Giles, the librarian's like, what is this evil box? You know, he's really, really against it. But the Willow, one of the lead characters, who is a bit nerdy, on the nerdier side, she gets in with the IT geeks and they start sort of hanging around together. And then she meets someone online. Everyone notices she's got more of a bounce in her step. And what's going on? Tell us what's happening. She's like, I got talking to this guy. Tell me everything. This is huge. And then she reveals that it's someone she met online. When it's revealed that it's someone she's met online, the characters' reactions are really interesting because they all act in complete horror. How can you meet someone online? How can you meet someone you've never met?
Oh, really?
And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Compare that to the modern world. And it's such a weird, like, because the whole thing is that the internet's the future, the computers are the way of the future. And it's the main characters, the heroes, going, it's not really though, is it?
Oh, wow.
Which feels completely at odds with
now
where that show would be telling that now.
Yes, completely different.
It's really interesting.
Plane of existence.
And it really, that's the only time it really feels dated, I think.
That's interesting, isn't it? That is what people, I think, need to see more of, is what the world was like before this mass communication.
Yeah. But that's the thing, and the IT teacher is saying to the librarian, Miss Calendar, she's saying, you know, we're building a new world. We're building a new society here. One of mass communication. And they're like, oh, no thank you, I'd rather have my books. Yeah, really took me out, that episode. Sorry. The actual plot of the episode is that they scan in a book with a demon
and then
who's been bound to the book. But because they scanned it, it's now free to roam online. Yeah. So it turns out that the person she's speaking to online is actually a big horrible demon.
Okay.
So, you know, whatever. But yeah, I just watched that episode and thought, how things changed. And like, when I first watched that, I was agreeing with the characters. And now I'm watching like, what are you talking about?
It's good to communicate with strangers on the internet.
It's ridiculous. Hi, it's us from the podcast again.
Hello.
Just interluding with an extra bit of chat, a lovely slice of nugget.
A brown nugget.
Actually, a multicoloured purple and chalky nugget. Now, it's just been Halloween, and we're not the only people in the world to have some surplus sweeties.
Goodness me, that's a lot of sweets, man.
Yes, I've got a bucket of Swizzles Party Mix.
Why? I was done. I'd done it, and now you've brought this into my house.
Just smell that box when you open it. It's just the smell of joy.
Jeez, the smell of coronary.
Now, what I wanted to ask your opinion on in this award-winning segment,
go on,
is what's your favourite Swizzle, Love Hearts, or Fizzers, or Parma Violets?
Parma Violets is interesting because they do taste like flowers, but they're very tasty.
Thank you. So many people I know hate them because they taste like old women. That's what they say.
They do.
But what I was interested in, I have a pack of Love Hearts. Love Hearts used to, when I was a kid, used to be a sort of risque treat. You never knew what they were going to say. Touch me, kiss me.
Hot lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the last time I had Love Hearts, please excuse the crinkling, I spotted that they're rather different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what have we got?
I'm shy.
Love bug. That's probably an old one.
Ah!
That was the love bug.
There's a clump of hair on my love heart, so I don't know where it came from.
Right, I've got cheeky girl. Hey, I'm a cheeky girl. What have you got?
First love.
Oh, these are boring.
First love.
Awesome.
Rubbish.
Oh. Was your last one rubbish?
No. Mine was crying face.
Crying face?
Crying
What?
face.
Breakup hearts. That's an idea. It's not you, it's me.
Oh, I was just going to swear. Never mind.
My next one is a winky face. That's more appropriate, isn't it?
Right, can we swear on the podcast? Oh, probably not. Wink. Oh, that's still weird though, isn't it? If someone gave me that, I'd think they were going to put me in a van. Take me away.
I love that you're eating them as you go.
Awesome was another one. I got another awesome.
I got love you.
Yeah. Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Alright. Oh my god. Real love. Nah. But my last one. What's your last?
Forever. Forever and ever.
Forever.
And ever and ever and ever and ever.
Cheer up.
Oh. What? Cheer up, though.
Isn't that regarded as the worst thing you could say to anyone who's upset?
Especially if you've dumped them.
Cheer up.
God,
Whatever.
Plenty more fish.
Cheer up. That's the worst thing.
How sweet. An old lady's. If you show them, I don't know, you bring an old lady a cake or something.
Right, so let's make a conversation. Oh, you've eaten all yours.
I got some.
All right. I'm going to start with winky face.
Oh, how sweet.
All right. You're a cheeky girl.
Oh boy.
I've got the love bug.
Awesome.
Love you.
Forever.
Ugh. Cheer up.
First love. That's it. Ruins it there. Just ruined it on the last one.
Right, there you go.
That's a good game.
That was a good
Didn't
game.
know you could do that with Love Hearts.
Yeah. Just another filling time.
Yes.
The way of the show this week. Anyway, back to the show. Adam's Film Reviews. Mandy, 2018.
Under the crimson, primordial sky, the wretched warlock reached into the dark embrace. His fist closed around the serpent's eye. Strange and eternal.
I need you to get me that girl I saw. You know what to do. You're a special one, Mandy. I, too, am a special one. Let us be so very special together.
So what you gonna do with that thing?
I'm going hunting.
So what you hunting?
It's crazy evil. You think you're so in love? I'll show you love.
Oh man, they wronged you. You exceed the cosmic darkness.
Starring Nicolas Cage as Red Miller and Andrea Riseborough as the titular character, Mandy sweeps us into the year 1983, where Red returns home to his girlfriend Mandy in an isolated cabin in the woods, where they live out their lives in blissful ignorance of the outside world. Both are happy and in love. That is, until Mandy catches the eye of a passing new wave cult leader, Jeremiah Sand. Wanting Mandy for himself, Jeremiah orders his followers from the Children of the New Dawn to take Mandy, and they do so with the help of the LSD-addled biker mutants, the Black Skulls. Yeah. When things take a sudden dark turn, Mandy turns from a dreamlike and meditative to an intense and insane odyssey of revenge, with Nicolas Cage turning from silent protagonist to screaming madman with one flip of a match. By the end, you won't know what to believe. Mandy's absolutely style over substance, and it's a real work of art. Directed by Panos Cosmatos, Mandy's rammed full of references to everything from trashy 80s B-movies to real-life murderers and religious figures. But buyer beware, this is a hard 18, and rightly so. This film isn't going to be for everyone, but for fans of cult cinema, you're not going to want to miss this. There was a lot of hype over this at the recent Cannes and Sundance film festivals, but as far as I'm aware, it's only currently available on DVD and Blu-ray at HMV. To be honest, it's worth every penny. Mandy is a true work of art. Watch it. So the other thing about November is the most British tradition of all, Guy Fawkes Night.
Yes.
Remember the 5th of November.
The day that Guy Fawkes blew himself up in a firework factory.
Yeah, I guess. Guy Fawkes is a weird one. Have you ever heard Americans be told the story?
Oh, they're just completely clueless.
It's the most British thing and it's easy to forget that no other culture knows what it is or why we do it.
Is that why we always say to remember? I
guess so. But it's like the equivalent of
President's Day.
Yeah, or like,
but with a terrorist.
Oh, I don't know. It's a strange one. It's almost our equivalent of like. No,
it's weird that we're celebrating a man who tried to kill many people.
Well, this is the thing.
And overthrow a government.
When I went to Manchester a couple of weeks ago, I walked past a tour group. There was a woman leading the group, and she was talking to this group of people who I assume were American just because, or Australian because she was speaking English. That's the only reason I think so. But all I heard was, and on this day, this is why we burn an effigy of Guy Fawkes. And the look of horror on these people's faces. Because, yeah, that sounds awful.
That is what we do.
That's the Wicker Man territory.
It is. On behalf of our government, we're burning this man on behalf of our government.
It's like the 5 Minute Hate from 1984. Which is here's a picture of the enemy, now shout at it.
It's exactly like that.
It's fascinating. But here's the thing: remember the 5th of November,
right?
But do you remember the story?
I'll do my best.
All right, let's go for it. So. The year is 1605.
Oh, murder on the streets of London. No. Well, right, there was a bunch of... So it was Protestant, wasn't it? The government it was all Protestant. Everything was proddy. No, you can't say that.
Is that offensive?
Church of England. Protestants. And the government was the same.
Who was the king?
King Protestant.
Okay,
Charles. James.
James
the First.
Yes. James the Sixth of Scotland, James the First of England.
Ooh, right, and there's a bunch of men who don't like it. And Guy Fawkes wasn't the first one. He wasn't the ringleader. There was another one, wasn't there?
You tell me.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I'm going to come back to. All
right,
I'll give you the answers.
Mr. Lever.
Okay.
Let's call him.
Yep.
Mr. Lever.
Yep.
And he always wore.
This is the definitive history of the gunpowder plot.
He always wore an individual cup from a bra over his mouth, made of leather. Okay. And he decided to hire 5 bandits called Candle, Trolley, Neville, Tony, and Guy. Tony and Guy.
Yeah? I would have said knives and forks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm here so far. Anyway, they're having a chat in a pub. And they're saying, well, let's blow up the Houses of Parliament because we're Catholics and the Protestants are rubbish. So they made up a plot and got loads of gunpowder.
Yep.
And so they said, you know what, Guy? You do it, because you're the best at candles.
Okay.
Which is ironic, because Candle's name is Candle, and he's rubbish at candles. So Guy Fawkes goes down with an elephant, because he can't...
An elephant?
Because he can't fit the barrels on that. Because how else are you going to get the barrels across London?
No, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So he has to take an elephant.
But he parked it over the road, didn't he?
Yes.
He parked it at Elephant Castle.
Yeah. So he went down the stairs. He left the elephant there, obviously, at Elephant and Castle.
Yeah.
And little did he know, Tony was he had in the Houses of Parliament a mate called Bobbin.
Right.
And
is he the house
jester?
Yeah.
There's a jester.
Bobbin! Oh, good Bobbin!
Bobbin the jester he entertained all of the parliamentarian men before they got into the politics.
Yep,
So he'd
yep.
come in and go, Bobbin! and wave his bells around.
Bad Bobbin!
He wrote, Dear Bobbin, I've got a secret to tell you, but you mustn't tell anyone because it's very, very secret, and if you do, all of our covers will be blown.
Oh, no.
Tony. Guy Fawkes, our mate, Guy, is going down into the cellar underneath the Houses of Parliament where they keep all of their Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
With a load of dynamite, and he's going to blow you all to Kingdom Come and start a revolution.
Okay.
So Bobbin, so he said, Bobbin, whatever you do not be at the Houses of Parliament today, because it's going to go down.
Bobbin's sick.
So,
Bobbin got bad cold.
So, but instead of that, Bobbin goes, oh no! He runs as fast as his belled hat can carry him to Parliament. Goes, no! Do not go to Parliament today! And he tells the Roundheads.
Oh no!
And he goes, what's going on here? What
they're all played by the Mitchell brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody Roundhead.
What's someone talking about there?
What are you talking about, Bobbin?
Oh no. Sharon's in the house. Sharon is in the Houses of Parliament as well.
Yeah,
and Grant despises that anyone would hurt his Sharon.
Yeah.
But little does he know that Phil is banging Sharon.
Oh, God.
And
the twists and turns.
But that's beside the point. So Grant and Phil run to the cellar of the Houses of Parliament and catch Guy Fawkes just as he's lighting his Debenhams scented candle, which he then uses to light the fuse, as is ancient British tradition.
Yes.
And just as it's fizzling along, they catch him and they arrest him. And it's all, the plot is foiled. And they take him and they torture him and they say, what's going on? And I don't think he gives any names away. I think he's quite nice. And they break his fingers and everything.
Yeah, did they hang, draw and quarter him?
No, they were going to, but he went right at the end, ha! And he leapt to his death and broke his neck whilst he was, because they were going to hang, draw and quarter him, but then he jumped off and broke his own neck.
Is that actually real, that last bit?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Definitely heard that somewhere.
I'm looking up. Wait. Yeah, you're right. Well. Wikipedia says he either jumped to his death or climbed so high up the scaffold that the rope didn't work properly.
Right.
Because there's a set length, isn't it?
So he avoided having his guts taken out and his willy chopped off and all of that business.
He was later quartered, but he was already...
So he's dead, already done. And Bobbin was saved. Sharon was saved. And the parliamentarians were saved. And England was saved.
Yes.
From the Catholics.
Yeah. And in a weirdly Catholic way of celebrating it, an Act of Parliament designated the 5th of November day for Thanksgiving of the joyful day of deliverance.
Wow.
Where people were told to make bonfires.
They turned that upon its head, didn't they?
Yeah. When did guys appear?
Penny for the guy before we burn him up the field tonight.
Oh, well, I think that was a very concise history of what happened.
Now people are very well informed.
Hmm.
Bobbin, the Parliament jester, is...
Oh, okay. Apparently the
beautiful thing.
guys were anyone in current news.
Well, oh, really? So
Yeah.
anyone who's naughty on the naughty
Theresa
list?
May. Up we go.
Ah.
Just because everyone had to have a bonfire that night, they just got whoever the hell they
Do you
didn't like.
remember when we
and threw
did
him
that to
over.
David Beckham? Some idiot up north or whatever. I
Right.
assume I picture it up north. The dirty northerners. One of them, they made an effigy of David Beckham after Argentina knocked us out because he got a red card.
Right.
So they made an effigy of him and hung him from a sign. An effigy of Beckham. So we're still
Right.
doing it.
Yeah.
There's something.
Well, to be fair, I mean, it's a British tradition. Wow.
Who's most hated at the moment?
Who is most hated at the moment? That's a good question.
Us after this radio show.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, what's her name? Kate Hopkins.
yeah.
I mean, maybe that might be last year's sort of thing, but she's still
Last
hated
year's
now.
hype.
Who else is hated? Trump. That's the obvious one.
Trump.
I mean,
I don't hate
Boris
Theresa
Johnson.
May. Theresa May to me is a wasp stuck in a bottle.
Yeah,
Just
I know
trying
what
to
you mean.
crawl its way out.
I was
and it
having
just
this
can't.
conversation with someone at work the other day. Yeah, she's sort of stuck there.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson, people are quite against these days.
Yes. I just don't want to make effigies.
Why not?
Oh, it's a bit far, isn't it?
We made one 2 weeks ago.
That's true, but it was of you.
Yes. I think who do we hate in the world of film? Who's our Guy Fawkes? Alec Baldwin.
Yes. I'm very indifferent about the man, if I'm honest. Michael Bay?
Michael Bay? Maybe.
But then again, I don't care enough.
No, me neither. I mean, ask me 5 years ago, I would have said George Lucas. I've softened on him as time's gone over.
I mean, we could always just go after the sex offenders, but everyone else is doing
Everyone
that.
else has already been.
It's already been coined.
You have one message. Message 1.
Hey, hello. It's Alec Baldwin here. Just thought I'd let you know, Adam and Rob, that I really appreciate what you're doing. Screen Bucket's a really important show. What? Hang on. What?
I had that spot, bro.
What?
Baldwin? I had that spot.
This is my spot.
You saw me lingering over it. It's got your name on it?
Yeah, this
Got
is
your name on
where
it?
my spot is.
It got your name on it?
I'm Alec Baldwin.
You just take my spot just because you're a big actor?
I already parked the car.
Now you're just already going into it. That's how you got to park your car.
I can't believe we're having this conversation. I'm trying to have a phone call with two British filmmakers.
I tell you what you're going to do.
What?
Reverse out of my spot, and then you can...
Oh, I'm gonna reverse out of my spot.
You're going to reverse out of your spot.
Well,
You're going to reverse out of your spot right now.
why should I?
Just,
Who are you? I'm Alec Baldwin.
I'll show you why not. I'll show you right.
Oh, I'm still in the top one. What?
No!
Yeah.
Oh my God! You bumped the dog!
I'm so sorry, Adam and Rob.
You bumped my dog!
I gotta finish this guy off before Twiller find out. See you later.
We haven't done this for a couple of weeks. In fact, you could almost say a month. Good Lord. Because we've been busy with our horrors. But I have once again summoned my list of words.
Oh! Sorry.
So, we're going to choose a genre.
Yeah.
We're going to choose a location.
Yeah.
And we're going to choose 2 characters.
Good God.
And we're going to tell a story. Completely improvised apart from these words.
Cool.
Okay?
Let's do it.
So, first off, genre. I'm going to run my finger over the sheet. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Thriller.
All right.
Okay. Locations.
Stop.
An abandoned mine.
Yes.
Okay. 2 characters.
Stop.
Train spotter.
Yes.
Okay, from the bottom.
Stop.
Oh.
Go. Stop.
Perfume counter girl.
Okay.
In an abandoned mine.
With a train spotter. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
We got this.
All right.
So there is a railway that runs through a mine.
Okay. Yep.
and it's a very small track. It's only to get to a certain town. They're on the verge of closing it down, so the train spotter wants to see the R127G.
Remember that.
R217G.
Alright.
Go through mine.
Are we acting this out, or are you just reading the story?
I'm just trying to set it.
No. Let's just go for it.
Okay, you serious? Okay, alright.
Okay. I'm going to be the perfume counter girl.
Brilliant, okay.
Okay, quiet on the set. We premiere in 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to Screen Bucket with Adam and Rob.
Jenny dear, make sure you put the scented candles down by the perfumes at the back of the shop, please. We want it to be seen by everyone.
Yes, Mrs. Mask.
Yes, you must. And whatever you do, we must be ready to open in 1 hour's time.
1
hour's time.
No, I'm sorry. Run that by me again.
I need you to make sure we can open the shop in 1 hour's time.
No, I don't think we've got any more of that. I think we've got some...
An hour there! An hour's time!
Oh, an hour! Okay,
an hour's
yes.
time.
Yes, we can do that, yes.
Yes, the problem with opening a perfume shop in an abandoned mine is there are issues. We need to make sure we open on time so the customers know we are a place to visit.
Yes, it is very dark outside.
Yes, well, signs, the internet, social media will get the word out and the people will come.
Okay, yes, that's a fair point, yes.
Yes.
Everyone will come to an abandoned mine for some... Oh dear. What did you call it? A hour's
time. Yes, dear, in a hour's time, we will be opening the shop.
Okay, yes. I'll just get this eau de candle, just out by the front shelf, yes?
Yes. Now, dear, I'm going to go and set up the perfume signs outside the mountain.
Okay, all right then.
Yes, now, don't have any breaks. I know what you like. Don't smoke in here, either.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know, it's very small, it's very, very tiny. You can't need to smoke inhalation. Will put the customers off.
Yes, that's fine.
I will be back in half an hour.
I'm sorry?
I will be back in half an hour.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
About 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. On the 9th of November.
Okay.
Good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's such a hard taskmaster. Or taskmistress, maybe. That's how she's called. Just move all these things around.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Sorry, we're not open yet.
No.
We're open in another half hour.
Do you know what date it is?
I think it's the 9th of November.
It's not the 9th of November. It's the 8th of November.
Sorry?
It's the 8th of November. Do you not see?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
You don't understand what's going to happen. On the 8th of November, which is today, the R107G is coming through this mine to visit Hamley Wick for the very last time.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying.
The train is going to come straight through your perfume shop and obliterate it in 25 minutes.
Train?
A train!
But this is an abandoned mine. There's no train.
It's not abandoned until tomorrow.
Oh. But no. We were told to open today.
I am the greatest train spotter in this country. I have spotted over 25,000 trains. You must listen to my words.
Have you considered buying some aftershave?
I'm sorry, but I have to wear this anorak because it keeps the rain and the damp away.
But I can smell it from here.
Well, I'm sorry, but my odour has nothing to do with the fact that we are all going to die.
But it would be really good if you just buy some eau de...
Oh, okay. What's this? What's this one here? This pink ball?
Oh, that's a Moniac.
Oh, Moniac? Oh,
yes.
Sure, that's not a wine.
No, it's mead-flavoured perfume. I think it suits you very well.
Oh,
It suits your beard, yes.
Oh, thank you. How much is that?
So?
How much is that?
I'm sorry?
How much is it?
Oh, sorry. How much is that?
How much is that?
I see. It's £57,000. It's an abandoned mine, so it obviously has a bit of upkeep, and with the history of the old haunted ghost train that goes through this.
My love, have you ever met a train spotter with £50,000?
No, I've never met any one of you before.
Oh, well, let me just say, I cannot afford that perfume. Have you got anything a little bit cheaper?
I'll look in the back. 1 second.
Okay. Ooh, God, she's nice. I do feel like I've forgotten that something quite catastrophic is about to happen. Janitor, have you been smoking? It smells disgusting in here.
No, madame.
Ooh, who is this unsightly peasant?
Oh, I was just in the back. I was finding some...
No, this man in the anorak. Who is he?
Oh, he's,
I'm a train spotter. You've just reminded me of something very important. The train is about to come through this perfume shop in 20 minutes' time now. 20 minutes. In 20 minutes what?
I'm sorry?
In 20 minutes what? Jenny, my dear, what is this man trying to tell us?
I think he's saying something about a train, but this is an abandoned mine. There's no trains that go through here.
It's only abandoned from tomorrow, my dear. The last train to Hamley Wick is passing through this mine in 20 minutes' time. We must leave before it crashes into us and kills us all and all the passengers on board.
Well, that's really happening.
Yes.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. Oh dear, I've come over all dizzy.
Is there anyone we can phone?
What? There's no signal in here. We didn't set up any roof up. We didn't set up any roof up. Can't use the roof signal to contact anybody.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Our ladies, what we have to do is very simple. We have to collect up all of this perfume, all of the desks, and everything, and we need to take it out of the shaft. We've got 18 minutes now. We can get it all away. 100 feet down to the end of the cave.
You're a train man. Do you not have a phone?
There's no signal in this bleeding cave.
What is that? Surely you know someone. You're a train spotting man.
I'll call the police. Hello?
Hello, emergency services. How can I route your call?
Police and fire engine and ambulance, all of them, all three.
What's
All
happening?
three. Oh, we're stuck in the mine which goes to Hamley Wick.
Did you just drop something?
Yes, I did. I dropped a glass bottle of perfume worth £50,000.
Oh, say.
It doesn't matter. We have to stop the train from going through this mountain.
I'm sorry. Train? What train?
The R107G! The R107G is going through the mountain and it's going to crash into Hamley Wick. No, it's not. It's going to go through the perfume shop in the mountain and everyone's going to die unless we stop the train. So you need to call the train driver conductor and stop him. And then
I think you need to call the train company directly, sir.
Oh.
We have no emergency reason to...
Oh, no, that sounds fair. Can you give me the number, please?
Yes, of course. It's...
I'm sorry?
475972.
Okay, 457972.
Yes, close enough.
Okay. What?
What did they say?
I've got to call 479572.
Okay.
479572.
429249.
429752.
Okay.
72. Hello?
Hello,
Is this the train driver?
this is Train Spotting Direct.
Oh my god, is it the R107G is about to pass through the mine.
The R107G?
Yes, you know it well.
That's on its last route to
Hamley Wick.
Hamley Wick, that's right, yes.
Yes. We need to stop the train, otherwise it's going to crash into...
Oh, no, stopping the train, it's the last one.
How are we going to stop it? We have to stop it.
Why do you have to stop it?
Because there's a perfume shop has been erected inside the mine
Perfume
shaft.
shop?
Yes.
I've never seen one of those.
That's because you're a stinky train spotter like I am, and we all stink and we're disgusting.
That's very offensive.
I know. I'm really
We're
sorry.
a community of well-spoken, well-off people.
Yes, in filthy anoraks.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry? Oh, bloody hell!
Are you okay? You're sounding like a fisherwoman.
Can you stop the R107G? Can you call the conductor instantly?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just try and phone the train driver directly and just see how far away he is.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Driving a train.
Hello? Train driver?
suppose so, but why are you phoning?
Oh, I was just calling about, are you on the last and final route to Hadley Wing through the mine shaft?
I am now. Yes, I'm just going to the mine shaft.
I just wanted to let you know, but someone has erected a perfume store right on the railway track, and in about 5 minutes' time, you're going to crash into it and kill them all, and probably derail the train as well, and kill everyone on board. Yes, I didn't know if I would hit the brakes now, but just to let you know, a lot of people are probably about to die.
Yes, thanks for making no. I'll hit the brakes now. Working the brake lever. This train's on its last route, and now it's falling apart. What are we going to do? How's it all going? Have they stopped the train?
Well, it's actually not good news. I've just found out that the train driver has heard our message. He is very concerned, and he has broke the brake on the train. It looks like we're doomed.
He's broken the brake on the train?
He's broken the brake on the train.
How much time do we have left now?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What?
How big is this mine shaft?
Oh, that's pretty big. Sorry. Oh, it's pretty big. It's quite a big track, but the other side is only 50 feet away. So all we have to do, technically, is push all of this to the end of the tunnel, and then we might save ourselves. The train, on the other hand, is doomed because the brake is broken.
What are we waiting for? Let's start moving all the stock.
Okay, come on.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise? Did you hear that noise?
Oh, I didn't realise she was still on the phone.
No. It's the train spot.
Sorry.
Did you hear the noise? The train is coming.
We must move more urgently.
We must. Hurry. Put it all on that trolley, and then we'll wheel it along like that.
You just drunk some of our coffee.
I didn't realise it.
Quick, get into the trolley, I'll push you.
It's just which fits perfectly into the railway track.
I'm down into the perfume shop.
Oh.
It's coming right behind us!
Oh no!
Ah.
I can see the exit!
We're so close! We're so close!
Yes! Ah! Kill that story.
I mean, we might be out of practice a bit, would you? We told a story. We told a story.
It's done. They died in the end.
Yeah, they
Thrillers
did.
don't have to have a happy ending.
No, they don't.
Everyone died, and the town of Hamleywick all were killed.
Well, were they, or did the perfume stop the train
and save the
town?
We did it.
We did it.
Another one in the bucket.
The stream bucket is full.
Yes.
With joyous,
fantastic stories.
Yes. Right, come on then, let's play a song. Well, that was episode 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Been a bit of a haphazard one, I think, this week.
It's been ups and downs, lefts and rights.
Yeah, well, we're in the, excuses, but we're in the post-Halloween slump, and that's essentially our Christmas. So this is like going back to work in the 2nd of January, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, maybe for you, but I'm about to go on my honeymoon.
What?
Yeah. I'm going to the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico.
What?
Yeah, for 2 weeks, and you're going to have to record this without me. You're going to have to find someone else.
You sod. With your life.
Travelling
the world.
Sun, sea, sand, and Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, well, look what I've got. Hitchin. And it's dark out.
At least it's nice and cozy.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming.
I feel... Yeah. Yeah, that's the point. How long are you away for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So
the next 2 episodes.
The next 2 episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Wow.
But when I come back, it'll be Christmas.
That's even worse. You're just rounding up the misery.
It's going to be great.
Christmas.
It's going to be the best. And I'm going to throw us in it for the second time. We're going to do a Christmas special. It's done.
What?
It's
What?
done. Aha.
A Christmas special radio show?
No, a Christmas special film. I'm making it happen. After the runaway success of Corvus.
Yeah, 100 views on YouTube.
I know, right? Cirque du Sacrifice. The audience has been clamouring for a Christmas special. And we're going to do one.
We will do one.
But we don't have to worry about that now.
No. I've got a couple of weeks of misery as I tried to find a replacement ahead of me. And you've got a couple of weeks of joyous honeymoon bliss.
All inclusive, I might add.
Yeah, but you get the best drinks when you have to pay for them.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with drinking the filth.
Okay, fair enough. Tequila with worms.
Yes.
I hope you're going to bring me back presents.
Perhaps. Bring back some show and tell. Mexican show and tell.
Wow.
Which we can drink.
Yes. Worms.
Yep, done.
Cool. Well, so that's our show for tonight. We'll be back I'll be back in 2 weeks. Scumbag. Remember, we're now on Thursday nights, not Wednesdays. We've moved days because of football. If you want to catch up on any of our last shows, please head to www.northhertsfm.com, which has all the previous shows with music included. If you'd rather just hear the chat, including some extended interviews, then please head to iTunes or Stitcher for our podcast.
Yep. And if you want to watch Cirque du Sacrifice, head to our Holidale Media YouTube page.
Yes, indeed. Which I would have tweeted about on the @screen_bucket Twitter. Yeah. And also, follow North Herts FM as well.
Definitely.
At North Herts FM for updates on all our shows.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was our show. How did you feel that went?
Well, not well, no. It was what you would expect from two people who shine so bright during Halloween and then plunge into darkness afterwards.
Plunge into a November slump, yeah.
But November's not all bad. We did talk about our lovely Effigy Man.
Yes, Effigy Man, Twin Peaks,
yeah.
Buffy.
I
think Nightcrawler, interestingly, is a very November-y film.
You're right. Although I'd be equally comfortable watching it in January or February.
Actually, I was just thinking, there's something about hot summer nights that makes me think of Nightcrawler.
Oh, well, that's the LA in it, though, isn't it?
I guess so. That could be any time of the year, couldn't it? Yeah, something about driving around on a warm, balmy summer night. Makes me want to listen to some synth.
Shut up about the synth, man. Jeez. God damn.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, that's the show, folks.
So, Rob's gonna be disappearing.
Yeah, I'm off to Mexico on my honeymoon. As I said, I will miss all of you very much, but I'll be back. I'll be back just in time for Christmas, where me and Adam will be going balls deep. Balls deep. Can we say balls deep?
Balls deep, yeah.
Yeah, we're going balls deep
that
into
might be
the
the
festive.
name of the next Christmas episode.
Balls deep with Adam and Rob. Yeah, into Christmas with some amazing Christmas films to review. We're going to get some Christmassy games in, I'm sure. And we're just going to film something as well.
And I'm expecting presents from Mexico as well.
There'll be a present for our radio show. There won't be a present for you. But you will be drinking it.
All right, I guess that works. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
I'll see you in a month.
See you later, guys.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Come on.
Bye, everyone. I'll see you in a month. Have a very nice November.
Oh, he's going now. He's actually leaving the door now.
Bye. I'm getting on the plane.
Breathe. Sorry, I'm making love heart.